And go. Okay, so hey guys, we're back, and we had to jump through a bunch of hoops, but that's kind of the nature of real estate in general, right? Like if
Yeah,
something,
so true.
yeah,
So true, Bo. That is so right. We got to make the lemonade out of the lemon. I believe in that. And if you want to be a little bit far away from your computer, that might be good. Do you want to be, yeah, in the back there? I don't want to be overwhelming on the screen. But thank you so much. Please, let's get started, and we're going to post it onto the social media. Maybe we could do it half an hour or whatever you think. Bo, what's on our mind? And a lot of people might see and they say, Vinny, why are you dressed so much? Actually, I was recording for my podcast, guys. Those who are living in the Bay Area, some of you know me. I'm Vinod Chopra from Danville, from Blackhawk, and we'll be doing two podcast shows. Which is one is this one, Apartment Syndication Made Easy. The book just came out, my book, which is the top seller at Amazon for so many weeks. I appreciate that. 65-star reviews within just 2 weeks. I never could imagine that. So that's one thing. But I'm also doing the podcast with the same name, Syndication Made Easy, which will be coming out 6 podcasts at one time, then every week after that. And the other one, I've been a very positive guy. A lot of people have asked me to see if I could do a motivation show. So that's my next podcast, which is going to be Mr. Smiley's Motivation Talk Show. And Bo, you have played such a big role in my success. I want to really thank you, because you and I have known each other for about 2 years now, and it's amazing. It's just amazing what you have brought to me, and your contact, your network. I mean, you're an amazing person. I want to thank you.
thank you, Vinny. Yeah, so today I think the topic we should talk about is, and this is something going back to when we talked last time that I've been having trouble with, which is taking massive action, right? The whole name of the game is to take action, because there's so many people out there, including myself, and that's how I can speak about the masses, that we might enroll into a coaching class like yourself, right? But the thing is that we can learn everything inside and out. And until we actually decide to wake up and take action, nothing will change in your life. So that's kind of like what I want to kind of stem on, is like, what are the critical factors that separated you from actually taking action and making millions of dollars in the syndication business versus the person that knows probably just as much as maybe you do, but they'll never take action, right? Because they just don't have that in them now, and they need to learn how to bring it out of them. And I think when I told you before that you're also very like analytical, where you can analyze deals, but you're also very outgoing, where you can, and you can raise money and you can bring people into investing. So I think that, what triggered you? How did you get to be the way you are, where you have this like, I can do it, I'm going to do it no matter what. And bless you.
So many people are remembering me in Indian culture. Boy, it says that, if you get one sneeze, somebody's thinking about you. 2 sneezes. If you get the third one, you better see a doctor. Bo, I'm listening to what you're asking. It's so true. In our life, we got to really live with passion. We need to take action. If I may say so, a lot of people listening to us or, watching us, they have been to many seminars. They have read many books. They have listened to many podcasts. But, unless we make a decision that these are the 2 things I'm not doing, and I'm going to do it, and I'm going to hold myself accountable. That's the word, accountable, the commitment. Because when we are in a good group of like-minded people, we get excited, we get charged, we think about big things. But when we come back as poor me, myself, in my home, in my office, then all the problems surrounding us are overpowering us to not take action, if I may say so. We always have crises. Crises, lot of crises in our businesses. But if we can just hunker down, take some time away, and think about what's important today. If
That,
I can only talk about today, call to action is what's important today. I've got 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours. A lot of us feel we work 15 hours a day. But when I ask my clients and my business people and my colleagues, what did you do? What did you do for 15 hours? And would you please take down a pen and pencil and write out right now, look at your calendar and write down how many minutes did you spend driving, how many hours you spent driving, how many time you went to drink water or coffee, how much time you spent in eating and snacking, how many times you were not just organized, you were just floundering. Write that down. It's a downtime, I call it. Then you also concentrate on physically talking to prospects. What do we get paid on? We get paid on only the investors in my business and keeping track of our vendors and everybody and the residents in the apartment business. But the thing is, we got to figure it out. How much time are we spending productively? Productively, that's the key. And massive action, like you just asked me, Beau, I believe in massive action. You got to just crush it. You say, I'm going into this activity. I'm going to spend 20 minutes in this activity. Can I do it? With the knowledge I have, with the tools I have, can I accomplish this task in 20 minutes or 30 minutes or 40 minutes? Put an alarm. I mean, the biggest thing anybody could listen to you and I is to get the 1 hour timer. Please get that today. Order it from Amazon. And you give yourself a time to finish the activity. See, many times we get so observed in all these different things, but we should get into an activity with massive attention and our attitude of abundance and all the things, and not get distracted, but finish it.
that's great advice. What I started to do is because I realized that out of my 8 or 9 hours a day I was working, there might have been only 45 to an hour out of that whole period that I was actually working on the things that are going to make me money.
Yes.
So the top things I think people need is, one is time blocking, and get the timer. That hour that you're looking at, let's say multifamily properties, and you're underwriting them. That's all you do. Your Facebook's off, your Instagram's off, your phone's off.
Exactly.
Okay, because in that hour you can accomplish more than you would have in a week, probably.
So true. So true.
And then you have to have accountability partners, somebody that's going to hold you accountable to actually doing it, and you talk to on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
And number 3 is a coach, which a coach could actually be your accountability partner. So
surely,
have somebody that is holding you accountable for that goal, whether it's working out every day, whether it's to buy a passive income property, whether it's to invest into some deals because you have some cash that is making less than 1%, and you're able to put it into some kind of syndication or some kind of vehicle. And then what else did I write? Define your goals. What are your goals? Like when I was younger, I'd say, I want to be a millionaire, but that's not defining your goals, right? My goals now are a lot more clearer. And then so I'm able to, track my goals a little bit better. But you can't just have like a blanket, like I want to own 200 doors. Well, what does that mean? Break it down, and then reverse engineer how to get to those goals and set milestones for those goals, and then just stay the course. Everything is mindset. Like this morning, I said, last night I was tired. I said, I'm going to bed early. I was sleeping by 9 o'clock. I woke up at probably 3:30 this morning.
Wow.
Drank lots of water, ate healthy, woke up, and I was ready to attack the day. So, that's like the real, we could learn all day long. We could keep learning, and there's so much information out there. But until you're very clear and you take definitive action, you're never going to get anywhere. And that's why I was frustrated a month ago. I was in this kind of mindset that nothing was working the way it should. But then all of a sudden I started taking action, right? And then what happens? My day job, I do loans, right? I have $8 million in loans sitting on my desk right now because I took action, right? So pick the 2 items or 3 items that you want to take action on. I want to buy an apartment this year. I want to I want to, do this with my business, my day job or whatever. And then just get there, right? And then it's not that hard, but you have to be consistent. And that's why I love your energy, Vinny, because, like when we had our meeting yesterday,
Yeah.
it's like the power of bringing people together. And you identified that in me. You said, because you told me yesterday or today too, Beau, that's your superhuman power, is that you're the connector.
Yes.
Connect. And that's what I'm really good at. So that's where I need to focus my energy, connecting people, finding brokers that I can introduce to you,
Totally.
potential money people I can bring to you, because
Totally.
that's my highest and best use of my time. And that's where my strengths are.
That is so true, Bo, what you said. And I want to give you kudos, because realizing what you realized in the last 1 month is so important. See, we go through life, we go through weeks and months and years, and we want to change, but we are not able to. And that's because of two reasons. First, we don't have defined goals in writing. I would encourage everybody that's watching us or looking at us or listening to us in podcasts or like that. We might even convert this into different pieces. The key thing is write down your goals. You'll be so successful if you write them down with a deadline. Dreams are dreams, I call always, but you got to bring them down. Secondly, Bo, you decided you want to change. See, that's the second part. A lot of us are creatures of habit. We are in the comfort zone. Nobody wants to really get, things which are harder, but it's the difficulties that make us grow. These are the challenges that make us grow. So if we make that commitment to grow and develop and write down goals and take massive action, that's the key. And you are taking that action. I'm so proud of you. You, Eric, Mario, and then Bobby now is in our mastermind. All of these great people in the Bay Area. And we synergized at the lunchtime. We had no agenda. We had a little bit agenda, but we were able to talk about $26 trillion with a T, $trillion is in retirement funds. And these monies are here in the Bay Area, maybe 6 to 10% of it. So much money is right here in our backyard, and we could help those people. See, that's the other attitude. As we spend our time every day, Boyd, like just as you said, right? Talking to brokers, giving network, all that, you're bringing value to them. So if you have that overarching goal in your mind every day, I want to serve more people. That's all it is. See, by having that attitude of abundance and attitude of service, we will reach. If we help enough people get what they want, we will get what we want. Zig Ziglar, my greatest mentor, said that, and many other people, Jim Rohn, Zig Ziglar, Ogman, Napoleon Hill. All these great people. They said a lot of things. And Alan Lankin's book really helped me 35 years back. I picked it, How to Control Your Time and Control Your Life. If anybody wants to, they're having trouble to really focusing on the most important things in life, please pick up that book.
Yeah, and that's awesome information. I think now more than ever, with the way technology is a lot of my friends are in the real estate professionals, or realtors, they're loan officers, because that's what I grew up doing for the last 20 years. And the thing is with technology now is that unless you define and have a really good skill set, and you can, have a competitive advantage, you could be out of a job in the next couple of years with all this technology that's coming, right? Look at these home buyers. Some of these big national home buyers are taking over. Some of them are going to fail. Some of them will succeed. Look at the Redfins out there. Right. So now the little guy, you got to really think about your future. And when I'm 40, now that I'm 41 years old, I kind of took a hard look at my life and said, I've been very successful, but to hit that really kind of that area where I don't need to work necessarily, because I built. Everybody says they want passive income, right? Everybody. Yeah. That's the whole thing. Everybody wants to be an entrepreneur. Everybody wants passive income right now. Let me tell you, like we were talking about the iceberg, right? The iceberg. Yeah. Nobody sees how much work you put in to do your 27 syndications, right? To get
so true.
And and because you took massive action, because you were relentless, and you struggled, but you kept on going, right? Because a lot of people get content in life and they're just accept that they're not where they want to be. They get right, and that's a terrible way to be. Like, you're in a dead end job, or you hate your job, and maybe you're making a lot of money, but you're doing something you hate, right? And so there's a lot of people I know that just go through life like that. And I look at myself and I go, I don't want to be that person, right? I'm here in this form, at least, for this lifetime, right? And it's going to go really fast. So I could either, grab life by the horns, right? And dictate to the life, like, hey, this is how I'm going to live my life. And I'm not going to stop until I get what I want. Right. And that's the power too. You have to realize that. I think a month ago, that's when I really realized this, that I have to do it now or I'll never do it, because I can't put it off. Like, I'm going to get in shape. I'm going to start dieting next week. I'm going to do this, right? No, you have to do it today, and you have to stick with it. If you can't be consistent with anything, then you're never going to achieve the ultimate goals you want.
So true, Beau. What you're saying is so practical. That's the exciting part in just co-anchoring with you now. I was doing a show at 10 o'clock on Friday on syndication. Any kind of questions people could ask me and all that. But I'm so happy that we are changing the whole style to personal development, to giving ideas, the nuggets, and to challenge people who will be listening and watching to us. Hopefully they'll get 2, 3, 4 ideas to implement, and they will give us comments and ask questions so that we can make it even more productive TV show together, But the thing is, what you just said is so true. It's the commitment. See, we are the CEO of our own life. See, nobody's there. Motivation is internal. I learned that many, many, many years back. I read the books, but you know what? I would always question myself, why did I read that book? Or I listened to a tape or podcast and other things like that, Bo. I wanted to see what are the 2 nuggets. I don't want to barrage myself with so many things. I just want 2 things to act and work on it, and then I'm going to be able to be better. That's what I hope everybody will take from us today. Massive action. Take it from us that, write down your goals and believe in law of attraction. Because if you have committed to your goals so strongly, you send out signals, just like the radio station, I call that, right? In radio station, there is one tower, big tower, it's sending waves. Now, music waves are there all around us. But can we listen to music without a radio? Not at all. So that's what is the main thing about law of attraction. You got to send out positive energy of where you want to be, what kind of clients you want to have, and you may not know how you can double your income, triple your income, quadruple your income. But if you write it down, you write yourself a check. Jack Canfield talked about that in Chicken Soup of the Soul book. Remember, he said he wrote a $100,000 check, I think, blew it up, and he put it on the ceiling in his bedroom. So every time when he slept, right there, he was looking and imagining him making that 100,000. We all can do that. See, those things work, and we have to believe in those things. Law of attraction is working whether you believe it or not, everybody listening, but please start believing in it. Things will happen. I've been dreaming about, now we just closed on $52 million deal in Florida. Next one is 74 million or something. And in my mind, I'm already psyching myself up. How are we going to raise money? Guess what? I sent out some signals, and Beau, you said, hey, let's have lunch together with Bobby, our Bobby friend. And yesterday was just the best mastermind. I think that's going to bring millions of dollars of people right in the Bay Area into the next acquisitions for us, because we want to serve them. See, we don't want to serve us. We want to serve them, because they are now getting 2% interest, 2.5% interest, or things like that. So anyway, but the big thing is massive action, taking control of your life. You just hit a very good point. in the whole millions of years, if we have to stretch a line, say from the dinosaurs over here and the human beings over here, right? Millions of years, right? I mean, Danville, Black Hawk, whatever we are, this was actually submerged in the ocean, right? It took millions of years for it to go and come out somehow. We are living in this capsule of line, maybe 80 years, maybe 90, maybe 100. If you're very fortunate and eating healthy like you and exercising, we might live to 90 or 100, maybe longer. But that is a dot. It's a small dot, very, very small. It's invisible. Our life is invisible on the timeline. So we have a short life. We have very short life. To God has sent it to us. No matter, I'm Hindu, but I believe in every God. I believe in karmas, how we sow. That's how we reap. We have to be best to everybody. We have to give value to everybody. We have to have the best integrity and honesty and everything, because that's who we are. And then also live life with passion. See, that's when things change. Things change for good right there. You say, I'm not going to put up with that. I'm not going to, I defeated myself. I wanted to do that, but something I didn't do. But you know what? Also, don't tear yourself down. See, a lot of us, we are so, if I may say, we miss doing the tasks and we scold ourselves. We tell ourselves, I'm no good. That's the worst thing we can do, by the way. That's the worst thing we can do, is to cut ourselves down. Even though we didn't really follow through, so what? But that time is gone. Let's talk about today. Don't worry about 30 seconds, what happened. Worry about today, right now, and 30 seconds, what action we're going to take. So I really believe, like Tony Robbins says, you could change your mind. You could slap like this and you could say, I'm a different person. I was a different person here. This is the moment. And there I'm a different person now. That's how I believe in. I really believe everybody's got the power. Of course, we can think about poor me. I'm this, I'm that. This is not good. That is not good. Everything. Excuses can take us nowhere. But we need to live life without excuses.
That's awesome. Because I think, obviously you're in a different position than me financially and a little bit older, and you've had your, you struggled your way to get to where you are. Like for me, and I think a lot of entrepreneurs that are, in this kind of like building, right? It's a struggle, and I'm like a roller coaster, right? It's like, I'm high and low type of guy. Not that I'm low that often, but I do have lows. And,
Yes.
but what transpired a month ago, and I think really clicked in my mind, is that it was really the mindset shift that, like, average is not, for me, average is not good enough. Okay.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
in some things in life, average is fine. But for me, it's like, no, I have the skills. I have more skills than most anybody I know in certain realm. But I wasn't executing properly. I wasn't executing, right? And because I had limiting beliefs. And then all of a sudden I said, you know what? After like a lot of positive reinforcement, I'm like, you know what? Like, I have no excuse.
Yeah.
My destiny, I know what my destiny is. It's either I don't do it or I do it. And I decided a month ago to do it, right? It was difficult to, like, oh God, like, how come this guy over here is so much more successful? And I think social media too plays into it, because we see a lot of these posers online, right? And it's like, whoa, these guys are so successful, but a lot of them aren't, right? And so I think a lot of people, social media can be a blessing, or it definitely can be a curse, because people get
big curse.
Yeah,
big curse.
We get trapped in other people's lives, right?
Yes, exactly. We give accolades and I do congratulate and things like that. I'm sure that's a great achievement for them. Then I look at, in my life, what have I achieved? And that's how everybody should, because we want to give, kudos to other people's success, but then try to transfer some positive things from their life to your life. And that's the decision you made. And I'm so proud of you because you and I have known each other for 2 years. And I see you a new person. And I reinforce you with that feeling because you are feeling, we all feed over positive things. And it's not good, guys. Let me tell you that cutting down yourself will not go you anywhere. You will go in a spiral down, I call it, in a well. It's harder to come out of the well, but if you just accept your situation and say, whatever has happened has happened. I learned from it. I am a better person today. Just like you said, Bo, you have so many contacts. It's amazing. It's mind-boggling. You know billionaires. You know multi-millionaires. You have so many. You'll pick up, you call somebody, they'll pick up the phone. I mean, you have such a great network of people and they have money and they have different ways. They're waiting for Bo to call them. I'm telling you.
And I think that the tough part with me, I realize I've had a lot of success. I've never really had to work in my life because I've always been self-employed. I struggled, but I think what really got me was that I have so many really successful people in my life.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, why are they here? Why am I still like here? Even though I've had a lot of success, what's that turning point? And that's the key. And I think there's a lot of people in my shoes right now. It's like, okay, I've done well, but I need to figure out why these guys here are there and what are they doing that I'm not doing. And granted, we all have our own journeys and there's reasons for everything. But that was really so crucial for me. And now it was like a it's a mental breakthrough for me. Like
I love it.
And it was all in here the whole time.
It is really, I mean, stinking thinking. I just remembered Zig Ziglar's book, See You at the Top, I think, or something, See You Over the Top, and many, many great books. And he always mentioned that, from the neck up, right here, that's what makes the person. Bodies down below, we feed our body with good restaurants. We spend $60 a dinner, $70, $100, $200. We do entertainment and everything. But many times we forget to feed our mind. That's where the stinking thinking, if I recall, is the word. And if we just take care of control of our mind in between these 2 years, we will be a better person. We're going to be such a great person that God sent us on this stage of life to perform. And I really believe you and I are the Messiah. We are going to show the Bay Area and the whole world. I'm looking for it, really. And we're going to be seeing this. A lot of people will be inviting them on our seminars, on our things. We will get some, people who would like to join us as guests on the Be Live webinars. I'm so passionate about it. I want to bring some young people also, because my life at this time, I want to really, and you do too, with examples, we could change people around us. And we could bring 18-year-old, 20-year-old, 22 years old. They are getting bookish knowledge, and that knowledge will get them only so far. We need to bring entrepreneurship in their mind. That's the word, entrepreneurship. Be your own boss. Do a W-2 job, but do a company on the side along, rather than watching TV and getting into drugs and things like that. I believe that the young people can build their future right now, starting right away. So we're going to have some guests. I think this is going to be a great TV show. I'm just so fortunate to have you. You have been doing it, and you've been a star on the TV shows, and I'm so glad to join with you, really.
That's awesome. Thanks, Vinney. Yeah, I think, well, let's just make a couple announcements, because I think you're speaking in Texas on July 20.
Yes. My schedule, actually, I'm going to Houston. I leave, Bay Area on the, just here. Okay, 21st. So I'll be there with book signing, and some of you probably saw. If you have not read the book, if you'd like to, read the book, please, and give comments. A lot of people, 60 people in just 2 weeks have given 5-star ratings, just to mention that. And it's only for 99 cents. I don't want to make money in this, but I want people to read it and get excited, Kindle edition.
So once we post this, because we had to change our technology, I'll upload this to Facebook. We'll share it. And then underneath, please have one of your virtual assistants post the link to the book and
Yes.
post the link
Excellent.
to the mastermind you're speaking at with all those big.
Oh, I would love to. Love to. Houston,
yeah.
22nd, 23rd, 24th. Dallas, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th. Boston, 28th, coming up in July. And then I'm in New York and New Jersey, 29th, 30th, and 31st. So I'm going on a whole 10-day tour. Yeah.
Oh, good. That'll be busy. I'll post my link to my meetup group.
Please.
And we host lots of events here in the Bay Area, and we'd love for you guys to come out and network with us, because your network is your net worth, right?
That's so true, Beau. And I always enjoyed coming to your meetups, and all of them in Walnut Creek and Danville. Maybe we'll start the Danville one again. I know we did one show, I think 1 or 2 shows before, but we should really let's synergize in Silicon Valley. I think with Bobby and you and I, we are thinking about just charging up the base in Silicon Valley, Palo Alto, San Francisco, East Bay Area. I think people will be able to see us live, and then really get excited about investing passively or actively with you and Bobby and I, so that we can make a big difference in their cash flows.
Yeah, because it all really comes down to is taking action. And what I've noticed about myself is that, like, sometimes I'll go to an event to learn, but I really don't go there to learn. I go there for energy. I like the energy of people that are positive, right? Because that's going to make you positive, which is going to, it'll make you more productive because you have the energy. It's all energy. So anyway, true. So I'll go ahead and upload this. I'll download it to my desktop, upload it to Facebook.
Thank you.
And then we'll have our VAs upload to YouTube for us too. And then
Perfect. Thank you, guys. Please tune in next Friday. We'll try to do it at 10 o'clock. We're sorry, I know the timing. We had to work through some issues, but we'll try to go to Be Live and Facebook Live and be able to stream so that you can ask us questions and chat with us and things like that. Thank you again. Thank you, guys. Thank you, buddy. Bye-bye.
Bye.